This hidden loch in the Cairngorms might just be one of Scotland's most beautiful walks. Hi everyone, we're Thistlestop and welcome back to our A to Z of Scotland series. I'm Marvin and today we're exploring Lochan Eilein. So we've just parked in Rothiemurchus and we picked up a wee coffee from the coffee shop and we're heading off to do the Beaver Trail walk, and it's an absolutely beautiful day. It's just after 3 o'clock just now, so we're hoping to be done by 5. It's about a 4.5 mile walk and it's a loop that takes in Lochan Eilein, which is going to be our letter E in our A to Z of Scotland series. And if you didn't know, Lochan Eilein translates as Highland Loch in Gaelic, and I thought it was quite fitting that it's a nice Gaelic word. That's today's adventure. Thank you. So here's the signpost for the walk, the Beaver Trail and the Lochan Eilein Trail. Here's your coffee.
It's okay actually, I've had worse.
It's quite nice in there. How's yours?
Did you get a latte?
Yeah, I got the same as you. I've just had to take my jacket off because it's so warm. High five! Beavers have hand-like front paws and large webbed feet for swimming. We have opposable thumbs on our hands, which help us to do many things, such as using tools and picking up food. This paw print is life-sized. So I've got a bigger hand than a beaver. Beavers have semi-opposable little fingers, which helps them pick up sticks to gnaw, clean themselves, climb and dig. So that's what we're kind of looking for, I think. Hiya! So I'm not sure if you can see it, but we're surrounded by mountains here on this trail, just beyond the trees lining this path. We've been staying in the Cairngorms for almost a week now, and every day you can see the snow caps on the mountains getting less and less. So the snow's obviously melting with the high temperatures this week. So it feels like spring is finally here because we've had a few really nice days this week. Hiya. I just got caught doing the walk back from a camera by a bunch of cyclists. Are you bored? Go fast. Do you know any Gaelic words?
Lasta means tasty.
What does it?
I actually don't know. I tried learning Gaelic on...
I thought you had on Duolingo.
Yeah.
Let's go fast
hard
all the time
Slanja
Slancha.
is cheers.
Cheers. Falcha is hello.
Oh yeah, falcha. Do you know any Gaelic words?
now.
What? Cheery,
Oh, yeah.
from that programme. You can actually find this walk on Highlands, which is quite a good resource for checking what the walk is going to be like. So it says here it's 4.25 miles and it should take 1.5 to 2 hours. You can also look and see the different stages with pictures, which is quite good. And it shows you the route profile, so this one's quite flat. Why did beavers become extinct? Beavers lived in Scotland for thousands of years, but they were heavily hunted for their fur, meat and their scent glands that produce a substance called castoreum, which was used for perfumes and medicine.
me from a scent gland.
and even in some foods for its vanilla-like flavour. By the beginning of the 16th century, beavers were extinct in Scotland. Thanks to the efforts of lots of people and organisations, beavers are now back in our landscape and are a protected species. So these posts are put there by the National Park, is that right?
National what?
The National Park.
Maybe. Well, I'm not sure because it's Rothiemurchus estate as well.
So I think it's like a joint thing. The red
You get the
posts
sign,
are
'cause when you
Rothiemurchus.
drive through, they've got signs everywhere for their stuff.
And so far this walk has been absolutely fine for buggies, hasn't it?
Yeah, some bits are a bit more bumpy than others.
Yeah.
But there's no matter, I think it's all very hard.
Yeah.
Hard for start. That your momentum is pretty much.
Oh,
See, with the sun being lower, it actually probably is more atmospheric.
it is. It's lovely, isn't it?
It's quite a nice time to shoot it.
Because the sun's been so bright today that it's like...
Do you know, after a while, I start getting like annoyed by the brightness.
Oh yeah. Well, it does look like a bit of a... all that kind of stuff, yeah.
In the corner,
There's a frog!
I'm guessing this bit just
Two frogs.
overflow. Sometimes it goes into that bit.
Do you see them right there?
Oh yeah? There's one on the surface too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's loads. They must be so far in. Oh, that's very close for you.
Oh my god. Wow.
So this loch is called Lochan Mòr, and we're about halfway up to Lochan Eilein, which is where we're heading for. So we're about a quarter of the way through our walk. Beavers are a keystone species because they have such an important role to play in their environment, influencing lots of other animals and plants that can survive in an area. They do this by building and changing the landscape where they live, which is why they are also called ecosystem engineers. They build water channels, create pools, fell trees, and even dam small streams. All of these activities create a wide variety of habitats for other creatures such as dragonflies, frogs, lochs. So that's actually true because there are lots of frogs in this loch. So, oh look, there's one out on the ground. Look. Amber, do you want to come and see the frogs? Look. Do you think that's like the pencil top? That does look like it's been gnawed. Yeah. So we have some evidence of beavers. All those little stumps along there have been gnawed. Oh, there's so many frogs. I don't know if you can see it on video, but there are hundreds. Oh, it's a dog. It's like, is that a beaver? There's something swimming over there. I think it's a duck. Look, that is like picture perfect. Look.
I know.
So beautiful. Right, what does this one say? Oh, what do beavers eat? There's a question.
Wood.
Beavers follow a strict plant-based diet. They are herbivores, which means that they only eat plants. Their favourite foods include the bark and leaves of aspen, willow and other soft plants such as water lilies and grasses. Beavers don't like to eat pine and alder trees, and despite how they are portrayed in Narnia, they never eat fish.
Oh.
The scenes with Mr. and Mrs. Beaver in the 1988 BBC TV version of The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe were filmed here at Rothiemurchus at Lochan Mòr. Oh. To the beach. Yeah. It's a holiday cottage. We're on the right track. We're going to the Beaver Trail and the Lochan Eilein Trail. What a lovely walk, isn't it? Yeah. So this is the Milton Burn, which joins onto the River Spey, just a bit further up.
Cooling down now at least.
Yeah. Not sure I should take my sunglasses off yet.
Oh, you definitely can.
Probably is about that time. The sun's gone behind that hill there. So the Beaver Trail heads up that way and the Lochan Eilein Trail heads this way. So we're just going to go and look at the Loch.
Look at that.
Is it up here? Yeah.
I don't know if maybe see it like that. There's not a pathway down there.
Alright. Yeah. So they're making improvements to the path here. Or maybe, do you think that's a... Yeah, it's an ongoing improvements to the path.
Right.
And to improve access for fire engines to control forest fires. Oh, there it is. You can see the island. Yeah. Oh, this is lovely. This is...
Because Loch Mòr looks the same.
Uh-huh.
The way trees come right down there.
This is Lochan Eilein. And over in the distance there is the island. And on that island is a castle. So I'm just reading about the castle here on the Rothiemurchus Estate website. It says that very little is known about the castle because there's not much written information. But they think it dates back to around the 14th century. And it was built as a place of safety against marauding clan war bands who used the so-called Thieves' Road along the eastern shores of the loch to descend on Strathspey in search of plunder. Modern examination of the stonework indicates the original basic stronghold was added to in later centuries until it gradually fell into disuse in the late 1700s. Repairs to shore up crumbling masonry were carried out in the 1800s. There are connections to Jacobite army and also the English Civil War, but the water level at the loch here was increased in the 1700s by building a dam and sluice at the north end of the loch so that the felled timber logs could be floated down a flooded stream to the River Spey. So that was when the castle stopped being used. But it's just absolutely beautiful down here. was voted Britain's favourite picnic spot.
That's lovely.
Who would you rank it your picnic spot?
It's pretty nice. I don't have a, actually don't have a picnic, but if I did, it would be lovely.
They give you one of her biscuits.
Another view of the castle and the island. This is just idyllic. Everything is just so peaceful and perfect. The water's clear, the sun's just going down. What a lovely, lovely walk. And I'm hoping on the way back we might see some beavers. How amazing would that be? You're balancing on a wee tree there. This up here is apparently a wee shop, but it's closed today. Just want to take a wee look and see what it's all about. Oh, there's toilets over there as well. And a little area to let the dogs off the lead. And if you don't want to walk all the way here, there is a car park right through those trees that you can drive to. And I believe there is a charge, but I'm not sure how much that is. And there's toilets here. What a lovely spot, isn't it?
There's a sauna up there.
Is there?
Yeah.
So it looks like there was a sauna up there, but it's closed just now. I'm not sure if it's in operation, but how amazing would that be?
Yeah.
I reckon after Easter a lot more stuff would be open.
Yeah. So give us an update on the walk.
Well, we just left the loch, so we're only halfway done.
Halfway, so we've got about two and a bit miles to get back to the car.
Yeah, well maybe slightly more because we've gone off the Beaver Trail.
Alright.
And it was 4 point whatever on the Beaver Trail.
Mm-hmm.
So we've probably got more to do. I'm not doing it.
Neil was just channeling his inner Christoph and singing Lost in the Woods.
We're not lost though. We're on a road.
But now he won't sing on camera. See the sun again now we're out of the trees. So here's another signpost with some information about Gaelic in the landscape. So here are some local place names you might see as you go around the Beaver Trail, what they mean in Gaelic and how to say them. In front of you, the distant hills form part of the Monalia mountain range, the Grey Mountains. Rothiemurchus, the place of Murchus Fort. Inverdruig, the mouth of the river Druy, and Lochan Mòr, the big Lochan, which means a little loch, and Lochan Eilein, Loch in Eilein, the Loch of the Eilein. Beavers' front teeth are reinforced with iron, which makes them bright orange. This iron makes their teeth strong enough to chew through wood or felled trees. An experienced beaver can chew through a small tree in minutes. In this area, tree felling and timber production has a long history. Nearby, the site of an old sawmill has been converted into an innovative community housing project. Tree felling at Rothiemurchus has managed to help support biodiversity. Some nice new houses here in the old sawmill. What a lovely place to live. So this is us almost back to where we started. It was a really lovely walk, and although we didn't see any beavers today, we did see evidence of beavers, so I'm sure if you sat for a while or got the walk on a different day, you might see some beavers. It's 20 to 6 now and it's still light, so we made it back in perfect time.
This is like the first.
Yeah, this is where we started.
No final beaver time.
So that was finished then.
Yeah.
Any thoughts you want to share?
It was a nice walk. The Loch bit was nice, but there was no beavers.
No, but we did see evidence of beavers.
Not a lot. You've woken up for the end. Well done. We're almost at the car.
Any thoughts, Kirsty?
It was a really nice walk.
Are you glad you did it?
Yeah, I'm glad we did it. The loch was really nice, and yeah, I think we did it at a really nice time.
Yeah, it was
day.
a good pace.
It was good pace. Really nice with like the sun kind of going down. Yeah, it was really nice.
So we'll say bye-bye for now. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.
Bye.